Hello, I am Chema Cabrero, and I am in charge of the Military Vehicle Modeling Department. We are going to start a series of videos showing complete painting processes and effects using the Vallejo ranges. In today's video, we will show you how to create operational dirt effects, accumulated wet mud, and other elements using references from the Weathering Effects range. This range offers the modeler a series of products specially formulated to represent environmental effects on their models in a simple and direct way, easy to use and with very realistic results. The range includes references to reproduce dense mud effects, mechanical dirt effects such as oil and grease stains, mud splashes, and even crushed grass textures. Vallejo was the first brand on the market to design a complete range of water-based weathering effects ready to be used by the modeler, making it easier to reproduce effects and textures that previously were difficult to achieve or that required the mixing of products to achieve a certain effect. The hues of each reference have been studied to offer the most realistic of textures, as in the case of the dense mud typical of Eastern Europe and Russia, as well as areas with a forested or fertile substrate, resulting in a wet and compact final appearance. The crushed grass reference will surprise us with its texture, which includes real vegetal fibers with a very realistic aspect, allowing the modeler to place their model on grassy grounds, integrating the piece properly to the base. The range includes 6 mud references with the right density to reproduce splashes on vehicles and objects. We can combine the references of dense mud and splashes with the same tone to create a realistic final texture. Using the airbrush, we will project air on a brush loaded with the product, creating splashes on the surface of the model. If we work by applying several layers, the final result will be more convincing, with irregular areas that will add interest to the model. We will now check the appearance of the vehicle at the end of this stage. On the rear side, we are going to replicate the mud splashes generated by the tracks as the vehicle moves, creating a very characteristic scattering pattern. When laid on top of the lighter layers that we previously created with the use of pigments, the final result offers a natural and realistic look. We can also add new mud deposits on that area by applying them with a brush. On the tracks, we will also apply a new layer representing recent fresh mud on its links. Repeat this application on the front of the vehicle, creating irregular areas and avoiding symmetries. On the mudguards, we will apply small quantities around their edges, as they will avoid any buildup on its upper part, which will be shielded from any splashes. We can now evaluate the final result for all the stages of our work, looking for a balanced and coherent finish. We see how working in layers is a process that is very close to what would be a natural occurrence on a real vehicle. We are now going to represent some specific accumulations of mud with crushed grass without overdoing it. We will control this application with the aid of a brush conditioned by physical factors as the vehicle moves, since it follows a specific orientation. Our finished model is the result of a series of simple stages and work methods that give us a very satisfactory final effect on the model. The finished model at the end of this process. You can post your thoughts and questions in the comment section of the video.